much it is selling for. But if you go on some reports that we also got, I think Petroan was making that announcement on some reports of the NNPC Limited cutting price for Port Harcourt Refinery petrol to 1,030 naira per litre. Again, whether this has been confirmed by the NNPC, this was coming from Petroan. It disclosed that the NNPC Limited has decided to cut its ex-depot price for petrol from the Port Harcourt Refinery. It was 1,045 naira per litre. It is now 1,030 naira per litre. You find that report on the Arise News Network. It's online, and they have that report there. And I was having a conversation with Billy Gillis Harris, who was also affirming this. But several other issues, we hope that we can hear from Petroan directly on this matter. How much are we still buying the petrol from the NNPC filling stations? Perhaps some people would share that with us the moment we open the phone lines. And why is the refinery not selling to every other station? It's a refinery. If marketers have the ability to purchase the product, should they not be able to purchase the product? The last time I spoke with Billy Gillis Harry, he had also said that the Dangote refinery, there was no agreement yet. There's nothing. The only thing we see is just what's on media, but there's been nothing between Petron and the Dangote refinery with regards to lifting products. And they had the final option of also sourcing, importing. Now, if you also had followed the news this morning, you would have heard that how many billion? Over 2 billion with regards to import of petrol products into the country, or it's around 2 billion or more, if I'm not mistaken. So I remember asking him that question: where are we getting the petrol from? Or where is the NNPC Limited getting its petrol from and selling? If we're not sure if it's a Dangote refinery, then where? Well, there's just a lot of questions around it. But what really struck people was the comments about blending. Now, if you go to a report that the Sahara reporters had online, it was also making some clarifications. Sahara reporters are quite controversial with their reports. But then many would say there's no smoke without fire. The NNPC Limited, according to this report, says that it says the NNPC Limited is not trucking premium motor spirit. Now, if it is blending it, you can't call it premium motor spirit in a certain sense. It is still petrol, but you can't say it's premium. I think that's what the point of that, what they're trying to say is. So according to their report, NNPC, they say, bought cracked C5 petroleum resins and then blended it with other products, including naphtha. And that's what they're selling to the Nigerian public as the refinery processed it. So what they're insinuating is the refinery has not and is not processing PMS from crude. Now, it brings us to what is the difference between blended and non-blended petrol, which would lead you to our page on X. For those who follow us on X, there's a poll. Just let us know. Are you aware of the difference between blended and non-blended petrol? Are you aware of the differences? If you are not, get online, join the poll, let us know. When we come back from the commercial, I'll give you, some insight into the differences, and then we open the phone lines and you respond to the ultimate question I'm pretty sure everyone has been asking themselves. After the past couple of weeks, can you really look at the Port Harcourt refinery and still be excited that it is operating in full capacity? Because when the news broke, a lot of people were optimistic. I wasn't one. I've always said I would love to be proved wrong, but I wasn't one. And then the idea was, okay, it would help cut down the cost of petrol. Well, so far, so good. What do you think? Respond to that after the commercial.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
questions yet to be answered. A lot of people would be asking several questions with regards to the operations of the Port Harcourt Refinery and the reports that we're getting about blending petrol. Some people have said, well, is the refinery really working as stated? Are they really producing petrol? What's really happening inside of the inside? I'm not talking of just walking inside, but is anybody really telling us the true situation of things at the Port Harcourt Refinery? It's a big question. A big question. So if you are blending, can you say you are producing? That's the question Sahara reporters are asking, according to their report. It even went on to say that the plant was running, but it is the old one of 60,000 barrels per day capacity, which was what I know that it was. It has been increased. Another report says the refinery is functioning at 70% capacity. They also said you can't get PMS except diesel. That's what's really being produced. The part that produces PMS is yet to start operations. That's again according to the sources to the Sahara reporters. They had all of those details. And when you look at this report on Sahara reporters and then you put that side by side with some of the speculations that many other stakeholders in the industry have been saying, example would be the former Nupeng chairman Alex Agwanwa, who said, well, the loading docks, it's not really open. So why is it not open if the product is there? Then the NNPC also came to say, well, it's supplying to only stations that are affiliated with it. All right. So how much are you selling to those people? How much are they selling? It's another question. And it just goes on and on the cycle. Now, remember, while we are doing all of this, everybody seems to have forgotten the Dangote refinery to some degree. Anyways, get on X at Nigeria Info 92.3 92.3 Nigeria Info 92.3 and let us know whether you know any difference between blended and non-blended or unblended petrol. Let us know whether you know or you don't care. While I'll try to educate you a little on some of the differences. On Facebook, we are streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle on Facebook Live, so you can join the stream. Now, first, you should know this, right? The idea of blending petrol is a process of combining two different fuels or two different petrols. Combine them, and they all have, when you combine them, there's certain things that they cause, and some people do it for several reasons. All right, some people do it to enhance engine performance, other people do it for environmental reasons, some people is for the cost efficiency, to reduce cost. So if you look at the details, blended fuels like the ethanol gasoline mixes improved combustion. That's what it causes. It helps burns better, burns faster, and some say it also enhances the efficiency of your engine, and then it reduces the emissions that that the unblended one would produce compared to it. So that's the environmental benefit for some. But the composition of petrol plays a critical role to determine the performance and overall operational cost. Now, as much as it also enhances efficiency of the engine, it also can cause lasting damage to your engine. Yes, it can cause lasting damage to your engine. People mix several, it wouldn't be new in Brazil and other parts of the world. They mix petrol to create a distinct type of petrol that would be unique to a particular, region. So they mix to create a distinct one. There's always a reason why. And sometimes those refineries might have looked at, okay, if we mix this, it would help us achieve this goal and that goal. And then that's the reason why they are doing it. So by combining different fuels, such as ethanol with petrol or biodiesel with conventional diesel, Manufacturers can engineer blends that would optimize engine performance. So it takes a lot of work to do it. It's not just mixing it together. You have to know what you want to accomplish, and then you go through the process. It's more scientific, if I put it that way. But the idea is, for some people, if you want to reduce harmful emissions, there is the kind of mixing you would do to accomplish that. And if it's for economical reasons, you'd also have to understand it. And many people do it for economical alternative reasons. That's why they do the blending. But it holds those advantages over the unblended ones. So there are various types of fuel blends that you will find, various types that serve distinct purposes. That's what I want us to understand. So if blending is okay according to the NNPC, we have to know what type of blending and what is the goal. What does it seek to achieve? Because there are different types, and all of these types, when you blend them, the end product offers different uniqueness, right? So there's the E10, there is the E85 biodiesel blend. E10 comprises about 10% of ethanol, which is mixed with petrol. I'm pretty sure that one is something that's quite popular. That one enhances octane levels, and it also helps to reduce emissions, right? So it's safe and better and cleaner for the environment. So we need to know, if you are going to go with the widely used one in some regions, this is the E85, all right? It's cleaner, burns better, contains up to 85% of ethanol, and so on and so forth. I could go on with the details. There's the B5, that's if you're doing biodiesel blends, B5, B20, the list is quite endless. But then for the non-blended ones, it's very simple. What it basically means is this is pure, produced directly from crude, pure, no nothing, unblended, composed of a single source without any additives or any mixing with any other fuel. They are characterized by simplicity because they just come from the source directly. And that's what many expect to come out of the Port Harcourt Refinery. If it's a refinery and you are refining, we should be getting what is pure from the source. Unblended fuels provide consistent combustion properties tailored to meet specific requirements of performance-oriented applications. And also, it is more, you have more confidence with your engine performance using unblended. Optimal engine responsiveness and reliability. So it's what is ticked to be like the go-to if you must. Not because you can't use the blended ones, but the unblended is like the go-to. And I already highlighted some of the advantages. All right, and disadvantages. I'll give some more, but let me go to the phone lines first because I wrote down a lot about it. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. If the refinery is working, from what you heard, it's not really a crime to have unblended petrol. The question is, with the blended petrol, what is the goal? What is the aim? What is the particular refinery seeking to accomplish? And shouldn't the people know that this is why we're doing this, so that the consumer knows what he's paying for and what he's putting into his engine? 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. Those are the numbers you can call. On WhatsApp, it is 0809-030-6416. That is the WhatsApp number. So any of those numbers, call us and let us get in the conversation. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're coming from. Don't forget to also join the Facebook Live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle on Facebook. Someone says, good morning. Concerning this matter, I don't believe that the Port Harcourt Refinery is operational until I see official commissioning of the refinery televised live. That's when I'll believe it's operational. Godwin from Malakaya. And Sunday, as I say, what's all these different terms in confusing the masses? Is the refinery working optimally or not? Last, we go know at the end point. Remember, we had structural completion the other time, Was it what they said? I can't remember the term that was used. And I was like, come on. Was it structural? I can't remember the exact. Somebody that does, please, you can send me a message and just remind me. My memory. But it was fantastic at the time. A lot of people were also excited, and then we went quiet for a while after that happened. Christian in Bonny Island, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, if you hear me.
You're welcome.
Yes, it's simple. The reason for blending, it simply tells you an inferior refined crude oil with a very superior, well-refined crude oil. They mix both to increase the quantity.
And that's another one.
Yes, that's the main reason. But the question we need.
But that's not what the refinery said the reason is, Christian. The refinery has not told us why it is blending. The Mele Kyari just said blending is not bad, but they did not say why we are blending.
Yes, that is the truth. All this thing has to do with the greed of our people. Look, let me tell Nigerians one fact, and they should put this inside their head. Look, when the multinationals comes to Nigeria to explore for crude oil, they sign an agreement, and the agreement is that the federal government takes 60% of every upstream, and the multinational takes 40% of whatever they refine. For example, if they refine 100 liters, the federal government will take 60 liters. You understand? Why the multinational will take 40 liters. But the federal government does not spend kobo. They don't spend a dime for all this. The multinational comes with their technical know-how, their machinery, everything. The only thing the federal government contributes to this is just the land and the hosts community. They have the oil and where they are, every other thing. So we should be asking ourselves, why will the federal government get 60% of every mined crude for free? And they now want to sell it at the same price as their foreign counterparts. They are selling pump price in other countries of the world. There is no need. They should consider their people and bring this thing lower. They are getting it for free. Please, investigate if I am telling you lies. I worked in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources for years, and I'm telling you the fact. This is the truth. Federal government brings no dime. If the multinational can get 40% of this crude, and they pay for the exports of their product back to their country, and they still make profit with their machineries and pay their workers, their foreign workers, everything, why would our own federal government cannot make money from what they are getting free of charge and let it be convenient for its citizens? That is a very important question the elites of this country should be asking the federal government.
All right.
It's very important.
Thank you very much. Isaiah and Buguma, good morning.
Andrew, good morning. Andrew, now you can hear from a resource person. It's somebody who has been part and parcel of the system. And for the first time, is informing me. I want to thank him very much. And want to say that you can see why we say that we are a conquered people. Because already in the mind of those who feel they have conquered us, that is what they have also said in the past, that the oil in the south belongs to Jigawa. And the judge of Israel, somebody even in the NNPC, also reiterated the same statement that they are the owners. You can see that a free substance that is given to us in this part of the world, even the reflection is nowhere to be found in our life. It is nowhere to be found. Now, when you come to hear people, the Northerners agitating for a bill that is also ours in what we are producing, and they are, you can all these things imply. These are statements to tell you that they have a huge grip of us, a grip that we cannot escape from. That is what they are telling us. If not, you cannot tell me that at what I produce, you said I should bring it, and I've been bringing it for years, and you said I will continue. If not, it will impoverish you. So what does it? Am I the God of heaven that created you and I, that you should turn to and tell this thing, and you are telling me from what is coming from me.
Okay,
Now,
Isaiah, thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless.
Let's go to Zion in GRA. Good morning, Zion.
I am one man that never believed, I will never believe that the refinery is working. As long as Care is there and NLPCL is there, and those who are benefiting from this criminal arrangement against Nigerians will always come out to tell you lies. Put it on record. Both of us are here in Port Harcourt. We are not aware that the refinery has started working until it became a viral news on social media. What does that tell you? Now, you made mention of the word blended. Blended means that one product was bad. They now got one good product, mix it together to kill the sulfur level and improve the viscosity point so that your vehicle can run with it. I hope I'm not speaking that terminology too much. Sir, there was a time we recorded what we call bad fuel that destroy a lot of vehicles in Nigeria. And we were told that they recalled those products. I want to ask you, where did they dump those products they recalled? Where did they dump them? Number two, when did they refine a product they now got a good one to go and blend with the bad one that was there? Can you see that they can't even coordinate their lies? The reason I'm afraid to tell lies, put this on record. My mother told me this carefully. God bless her soul. Any day you tell lies, that one day you become a liar. Because you have to tell more lies to protect the first lie you told. So my son, to free yourself, speak the truth. Who like it, you are going to face the consequences, face it, speak the truth.
All right, Zion, thank you very much. Obinaz in Irebe. Quickly, let's also note that the idea of mixing a lower quality with a higher quality to get a better quality is one of the reasons why blending is done, but not the only reason. And that's why in this case I was asking if you remember, there are several reasons why different countries and refineries in different regions of the world blend. Why are we blending here? What do we seek to accomplish? Is it better engine enhancement? Is it because of the environment? Is it to improve combustion? Why are we blending? At the least the NNPC Limited would do is to at least let the people know that, this is why we are blending. This is what we're trying. This is kind of petrol product we're trying to have that will be unique to us. And then this is what you are buying when you buy this. I'm pretty sure that should be the idea. Obina Irebe, good morning.
Good morning to you, Ifemi Andrew.
All right, go on.
Yes, I think this issue of blending that we are talking about, I don't know why Mela Kiare is using it as an excuse or bringing it to the reason why the Port Harcourt refinery is not doing what we are expecting it to do. As a matter of fact, I am a trained chemical engineer, and I have also worked in the refinery before. So I think that when this PMS is produced in the plant, it is of high quality, and it is very pure. And being of high quality, when something is of high quality, it is costly. So the PMS is transported to a place where they call the oil movement, where it is blended. That is why you see sometimes some PMS are reddish in color, some are yellow in color. It depends on what it was used to blend, what the chemicals they are used to blend it there. But my worry is that, why is it that a PMS that is being produced in Brazil and the one that is produced in Port Harcourt here or Ibejuleki will cost the same amount of money? That is what Nigerians are expecting from Mela Kiari and others, not this issue of blending and other cock and bull stories that they are using to entertain us. But for me, I think they should try as much as possible to make sure that the Port Harcourt refinery is working. not coming to tell us stories that blending and this and that, which has nothing to do with what we are talking about, what we should be talking about. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Let's see if we can take two more. Temple in a chair. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Femi. And how are you doing this morning?
Fantastic.
The very distinguished Femi. Some few days ago, the NNPC came out telling us that the refinery is fully operational now. And for me, this blending, is it what they describe as being fully operational? Because if they are operational and fully, when we use the word fully, this issue of blending is supposed to be coming up at this point in time. But my own take is very simple. As far as military is here, he is a symbol of abracadabra. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Cookie Gam, good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, Cookie Gam. Let's hear you.
Andrew, do you know what I like Nigerian for? What I like for? If we educate and entertain Nigerians. This Andrew, when I had this blended fuel before, since I speaking now, this one I had in this, many guys say, nothing wrong with blended fuel. I say, what is blended fuel? But you are taking time to explain to Nigerian more about what is blended fuel. So, and I want to thank Nigerian for. But Andrew, I want to ask, the blended fuel Nigeria is selling now, is it the one imported and what they refer to that? Just that to call blended fuel. That's what I want to ask.
All right,
so
that's a great.
I want Nigeria, this is to go and inform Nigerians about this blended fuel. See, sometimes Nigeria will not understand. You use loud you use. So this is a Nigerian agency should go and sensitize Nigeria, telling them the meaning of what it means. Common one in Nigeria does not know what is blended fuel. Except those that listen for you now. This is for Nigerian folk. So I want to commend Nigerian folk for giving entertaining us, educating us too. Andrew, good morning.
All right. Thank you very much, Cookie Gam, for your contribution. So on blended fuel, like pure petrol, is usually costlier. It's costlier, should cost more due to the refined composition and the specialized production processes. But then it gives you high performance applications where optimal petrol quality is crucial. So that's one. All right. And also longevity for your engines. Many would encourage you to use the unblended petrol. That's what many would encourage you to use. It contains no ethanol, and it can protect against ethanol related issues such as corrosion in fuel system. Meanwhile, for the blended one, there is the fear of corrosion. You can have that happen depending on what the mix is and what you're accomplishing at the end. There are high chances that you can have corrosion involved. So, like the last caller says, the main thing is we should know that, unfortunately, Alfred, sorry, but we can't take any more calls. We have to wrap things up in the next few seconds. The NNPC Limited should at least let the people who are going to buy this product know what is the goal of this. Why are you blending? Where did you blend from? Are you refining at the Port Harcourt Refinery? And then what are you blending it with? Or why are you blending it with ethanol or with whatever it is you're blending with? What do you seek to accomplish? At least let the people know rather than just put it out there. If you go to the poll we have on X, it shows you that, yes, people who know about blending and non-blended petrol said 25%. People who do not know are 59.4%, while 15.6% say they don't care. And that's where we are. Thank you very much. We'll take a commercial. Afterwards, hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Break Nigeria Info.
Success is like a big mansion